The boy stood on the burning deck, whence all but he had fled. Soppy thing. What did you say? Said Florence. Oh, nothing, said Mr. Rusty. Guess what I've got here, said Florence. Give up, said Florence. Yes, I'll give up, said Mr. Rusty. It's a pie. Pie? Said Zebedee. I made it myself, said Florence. It just needs cooking. Well, you'd better go and cook it then, said Zebedee. Maison Dougal at your service, said Dougal. What's your pleasure? I want to cook my pie, said Florence, in your stove. Pie? Said Dougal. Pie, said Florence. That's a pie? Said Dougal. Looks more like a tart to me. I don't know what you mean, said Florence. Well, why do you want to use my stove? Said Dougal. It's pretty, said Florence. How feminine, murmured Mr. Rusty. What sort of pie? Said Dougal. Not sure, said Florence. You're not sure? Said Dougal. You come in here, shove a pie in me oven, and then say you're not sure? What would Fanny say? Fanny who? Said Florence. I may faint. Now don't fuss, Dougal. That's very wise, said Mr. Rusty. My old granny used to say pies should never be fussed. Quite right, said Florence. So they left the pie to cook and went for a walk, which was a mistake. Oh, what does my little nose detect? A pie? Oh, doing a lot of bubbling. I better make sure it doesn't take off. And Brian put a stone on the pie to hold it down. Dylan also noticed something. What's that like rare smell? He said. Am I dreaming? No? I think I'd better investigate this. He went to the stove. That pie looks ready to eat. Dylan had a fight with his conscience, and his conscience finally won. Ermintrude came along. What's this then? A pie? What's more, an unattended pie? People are very careless. Someone could quite easily eat that. Just as well I'm so honest. But what if it doesn't belong to anyone? Be a pity to waste it. I'll just add my secret ingredient and come back and eat that later. Dougal, too, was thinking about the pie, so he just added a little something for luck. Zebedee wondered where everyone was. What's cooking, he thought. They all came back in the direction of the pie. Gracious, said Florence. I'm very disappointed, said Ermintrude. It's not every day you find a pie and then discover it belongs to someone else. And I added my secret ingredient, too. Bear up, said Brian. Florence gave what she thought was a piece of the pie to Dougal. It was Brian's stone. My mum's pastry was tough, but this is ridiculous. The pie didn't seem to be a great success. Tough. Like yours, said Brian. Watch it, said Dougal. I think we've had a failure, said Mr. Rusty. And they were all forced to agree. Well, you can't win 'em all, said Zebedee. Time for bed.